Brad Dix, obviously been unfortunate again with injury this year. Played a few games in the reserves and then back in the league side. Before he took a week off for some issues off field. He kicked 8 goals, which was a great return for Brad. He's really an opportunist forward. I think everybody would love to see him play, get another stint at AFL footy, but we'll just see what happens. That's obviously up to Brad and his performances and remaining consistent. Carl had a sluggish start, but in recent weeks is striking some really good form. Played sort of in the midfield and wing in his early games and probably struggled a bit. In recent weeks, last month has been playing across the half back line and is really going well, gaining a lot more possessions. He's a great runner, a good user of the footy. Carl got a long kick. His closing speed has been very good, and that's an area, his defensive side of his game, which they needed him to work on. He's picked up, so that's great for Carl. It'll be nice to see him work through in the next few weeks and try and force his way hopefully back into AFL football. Blaine's really worked hard on his footy. His fitness has been up this year, and I think not that they travelled to Peel, but I think just the change of environment has really helped Blaine. Blaine's been playing across the half back line and full back line and been in the 25 squad a couple of times and travelled as an emergency. So it's a credit to Blaine. Obviously he'd be hoping that he can play his first AFL game this year, but certainly his form has been really consistent. Well, Jamie Bunnell, that's an exciting prospect for us. Rookie, come off a knee reconstruction from last year, was at Melbourne Footy Club, played 50 odd AFL games. I think Jamie's fitted in the club really well. He's a great mentor role to the other Indigenous players in the club. He's, as I said, fitting really well. Off fields, doing some ERMs and working at the foundation. So I think we're all excited about seeing Jamie play consistent WAFL footy. I don't think there's any hurry coming off a knee reconstruction, but we're keen for him to get those games at WAFL level under his belt, and who knows what the future holds for Jamie. Mark Nikoski, been playing a couple of games in the reserves and back playing league football in the next few weeks. So that's really exciting for everybody that follows the West Coast Eagles. It's been I think if we could use the term, harrowing 18 months for Nico, and he's ridden the roller coaster, the ups and downs and the highs and lows of injury, but it's great to see him back. So we wish him all the success, and hopefully he can force his way back to AFL footy. Paddy McGinnity played the last month of footy at Claremont, knocking on the door for AFL selection again. Paddy's played mainly in the mid half back, so that's basically the summary of where the majority of the boys are midway through the year.